Welcome to this tutorial. It will cover how to use the student group feature. One thing to note is there's a new feature that has been recently added. If you go to edit a student, I'll choose Sean Connors here, you'll see that there's an option at the bottom for learner characteristics. If you hit the edit button, you'll see that there's up to 4 different characteristics you can use. In this case, the defaults are set to IEP, ELL, or English as a language learner, gifted and talented, and a fourth one. And you can also edit these to work for you. The basic idea here is that you can use up to 4 characteristics here that when you make the groups, the color that you see there will be shown next to the students so you can identify them. And you can decide if you want to put students in groups together or mixed groups depending on what you're doing. So that makes it easier. So in this case, maybe I'll add IEP for Sean. And now if I go to the group screen, first we'll go ahead and create some groups. So when I create groups, I'm going to choose new groups. And here you can do it by group, by the size of the group. So you can see there's two students per group. And you can drag the slider depending on how many students you have in class. You can have up to 10 per group. And you can also do it by number of groups. Let's say you want to have just 3 groups. You can do that. I'm going to keep the size to 2. You can include absent students, and that'll use the attendance if you've marked it on the main screen. And lastly, heterogeneous groups, we'll try to keep those groups with students that have been marked with an IEP or ELL or whatever other designation. That will keep them in different groups as much as possible. So I will choose that and then tap create. And there you can see that the students marked with the purple or the pink circle, if you notice, each of them is in a separate group. And then right now, the red student Veronica is absent, but she's in a group there. And then if you have more students and need to move them around, you can easily tap a group at the top and say remove a student, and you can choose a student to remove and then move them to a different group. But that way you can easily have groups and see if there's certain students that you want to put together or not. You can also tap the create group button and also reshuffle the groups, which means that if you want to keep the same number of groups with those same names, but just mix up the students, just tap reshuffle and you have a new set of groups. And on the settings icon, you can choose to color the absent students red or not. And you can also choose to turn off or on the heterogeneous groups if you're going to reshuffle the groups there. And that's an easy way to do that. Enjoy. And I always love to hear feedback. Um, Thank you.